You're listening to the AZREIA Show. If you're looking for quality real estate investing information that you can trust, you've found it. Stay tuned and join the tens of thousands of members that have already benefited from AZREIA, your home for education, market information, support, and networking opportunities that will advance your real estate investing career.
Welcome, great state of Arizona and our AZREIA family. Welcome to another episode of the AZREIA Show. It's Marcus Maloney, your host, and we have our co-host.
Who's that?
Our executive director, Mike Delpreet. That's you.
What's up?
Hey, and today we want to talk from the heart. I know we always talk about real estate investing and how we can make money and what we can do for ourselves and what we can do for our members. Well, today we want to talk about what you can do for others in the community. And today we have Whitney Thistle with Maggie's Place. She's the director of philanthropy, and Maggie's Place is going to be our beneficiary of our anniversary on this year. So without further delay and without further ado, Whitney, how are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. So excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. So I want to thank Mike and I want to thank Dom for really introducing the members to Maggie's Place. So for those that don't know, can you share with us who Maggie's Place is and why people should be involved with Maggie's Place?
Sure. Well, Maggie's Place provides housing to homeless pregnant women here in the Valley. Founded 22 years ago by 5 college-age women who saw a need in the community. That group of women actually lived in the first home, put in the sweat equity. We've come a long way in 22 years. We now have 4 homes throughout the Valley. We have Tempe, Mesa, Phoenix, and Glendale. We also have a thrift store, 16th Street in McDowell, and then we have a family success center at 30th Street and Indian School. So we've come a long way, but our mission is the same, and it's to serve women in need with love and compassion and safety.
Okay.
Amazing.
And this is not just the women, but the women who are either pregnant or have children who may be displaced. So you guys are really doing some awesome things in the community here.
Yeah, so moms can come to us at any point in her pregnancy. So she could be 6 weeks or she's delivering tomorrow. And if we have a bed open, we go through a pretty extensive intake process and have conversations with mom because we do live in community. So in each of our homes, that mom will become one of 6 or 7 pregnant women in that home with our lived-in staff. And yeah, if there's a bed open and the intake all goes through, she can move in that night. She's welcomed with loving arms and safety and a welcome basket of new things and new items to make her feel welcome. And we, over 22 years, have housed over 1,100 women here in the Valley. So not only do we have our current moms, which is our day-to-day mission of serving homeless pregnant women, but we have this beautiful community now of alumni moms with 1,100 women and their 800 kiddos. So that's who we invite out for a lot of community connection events. So you can imagine if you are homeless and pregnant and you ended up living in a Maggie's Place home, those people become your family. Yep. So we ensure that Maggie's Place continues to be the safety net even when mom moves out of our homes.
Wow. So what's your story? So how did you get involved in nonprofit?
So I'm born and raised in the West Valley, and I'm a wildcat, so I get a lot of crap for that. Mm-hmm. And I started my journey in nonprofits after recovering from being a teacher. So I was a teacher for 7 years, and the climate in Arizona was rough. And so I have a service-driven heart. I love helping. Never thought I would be in fundraising and asking people for money, but I'm good at it. And when there's a cause like Maggie's Place to ask for, it's an easy sell.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's what we want our members to understand is that, there's opportunities to help across the Valley, and Maggie's Place is just one of many, but it's very, very important because when you have these pregnant mothers, getting started on the right track and having that support group is really, really important. And that's what Maggie's Place is providing. Yeah.
And I mean, you can drive down any major intersection and you can see the climate of the homeless population. Oh, yeah. And it's rough. And so you can imagine being pregnant on top of that, and whether it's strained relationships or just circumstances in life, Maggie's Place is a wonderful, non-judgmental place filled with compassion. And we try and meet them where they're at. We're not a prescriptive type agency. You need to move in and then you get a job and then you go to college. And we're really looking at what does wellness and health look like for mom overall. Obviously you're pregnant, so first priority is prenatal care and helping establish great doctor relationships and what benefits can we support mom and daycare wait lists and all those things. But the primary thing is really just loving on mom. We have a ton of volunteers who come and they volunteer in our homes. And I tell them all we need you to do is love on our moms and babies.
That's great.
Okay. Great. And you guys have like life skill education and everything like that as well for
Yeah.
moms?
So, we've come a long way, like I said, in those 22 years, and we have identified kind of certain pillars of support that is essential for mom post Maggie's place. So, like I said, she can move in at any point and she can live with us for up to a year after baby's born. So we're a long-term play. And so during that time, we're talking about what does post Maggie's place look like? We wish all of us could live there forever. We can't. So what does it look like? Is it getting on Section 8 waiting list? Is it working with our full-time housing navigator? You all know, rental prices and the whole eviction moratorium situation, it's rough out there. So having someone on staff who can really educate mom and walk side by side. We offer almost over 35 different support groups on our property at 30th Street Indian School for both current and alumni moms. So there's tons of opportunities for continuing education, whether it's sobriety support groups like AA and Smart Recovery, breastfeeding support groups, postpartum support groups, Bible studies, all kinds of opportunities for mom to come and connect with community.
I like how I'm trying to connect the dots on real estate. You said a couple of things so far. So one, a lot of the housing providers here use Section 8, right? So we still have to screen tenants as just like anyone else. So I think it's good to know, right? People at Maggie's place, let the landlord know. Like, it sounds like they have a great background with the building skills and everything. So let's get those Maggie's place people in your houses. Right?
Making a note.
Yes, making a note. And also, you said raising money, right? So that's big in our world. So how can investors here that lend money or invest in real estate deals that might want to do some extra work, like how do they work with you, or what do you look for?
As far as fundraising actual money goes, with our cause, usually people have a personal connection to our cause. So they were raised by a single mother who had an unexpected pregnancy or something like that really ties them in. And we just start a conversation of what is their giving, what do they want out of their giving, and how we can benefit. All of our homes that have been donated were all out of happenstance. We own all of our properties, and they were all gifts from either single donors, multiple donors, or organizations who saw the need. I always say if we had 10 Maggie's Place houses, they would all be full. We're always full. And I don't want to say turn away, but we are unable to house about 50 calls a week. And so the need is great, and we anticipate that continuing. And so opening the door and having conversations with people who have the means to make a meaningful gift of impact is something I'll always give myself a number for.
Remembers Whitney needs houses.
Yeah, she needs houses.
Let's help her get houses.
And not only houses, but the contractors and the fulfillment team to make sure that those houses can be rehabbed or whatever, if it is, a house in bad condition. So tell me, Whitney, so you said you have like live-in support teams or live-in people. So how does that work? How do you find the volunteers or the people that live in the houses with the women? Kind of explain that to us.
It's a great question because it's something that makes our model very unique. We are lucky enough to be the recipients of an AmeriCorps grant. And so I'm sure you've heard of Peace Corps, right? People serving internationally to do good work. And so AmeriCorps grant offset costs of having young women from all over the country. And they come and do a year of service and live in our homes, and there are boots on the ground, and they are our day-to-day support for mom. You can imagine in a home, I was pregnant a year ago with one baby, and so I can imagine living with 6 women, and there's a lot of emotions and different circumstances that are brought them there, and lots of things to work through. And so our AmeriCorps members are, I always say, some of the bravest young women ever. They are 22, 23 years old. Most of them are freshly out of college and looking to go into a social work or service type driven industry. And they come here and live with us for a year. They earn a stipend while they're doing that, real world experience. And at the end of their service, they're given an education award, which helps with post-secondary education costs.
Wow. That's, that really is. That's different. So Maggie's Place, is it For funding purposes, is it all strategically grant funded, government funded, or is it private donors? How is that set up? Because maybe we have some real estate investors that say, you know what, hey, more than just donating diapers, baby formula, stuff like that. Hey, we can donate, because I saw on your website where you can donate monetarily.
Yep. So of course we'll always take money. We are funded. We have a large portfolio of grants that we've worked really hard that allows us to fund some of those more niche services, to pay for a housing navigator, to pay for trauma-informed coaching for our alumni moms. But gifts of impact look very different for many different people. So I have some people who want to flip stock and give it to me, and not to me, but to Maggie's Place.
Right.
You can make IRA distributions. You can make us a beneficiary of your life insurance policy. You can give us real estate and get those tax benefits, which there are.
Are you a real estate investor?
But giving looks different. And, I have some donors who have been giving $50 a month for 15 years. And those people are amazing and we'll get a one-time gift. I had a random guy give $10,000 cash 4 weeks ago, showed up at the door with a bag. And I gave $10,000. And so we'll explore whatever ways make you feel good to give to the cause. It all stays right here in Maricopa County. We're not going anywhere. We're going to be around for a very long time.
And you guys are a 501c3 charitable. So all donations that's given to Maggie's Place is a donation, and it can be written off from your taxes. So if you guys have that $10,000, $20,000 sitting around, give it to Maggie's Place.
Yeah.
Well, we have a fleet of vehicles, and so if it's the right fit, some people have given us their vehicles and we'll put new upholstery in, and if it's in good working order, because we do transport our moms to our Family Success Center to participate. And I want to say, when they come to Family Success Center, we always start with a meal. So I love that about Maggie's Place. A lot of conversation happens around food and culture and community. So when they come for a class or a support group, we provide childcare and remove that barrier. And then we also sit down for some good cooking.
And 22 years of service. So it's not like you guys are fly-by-night. You have been a staple in the Phoenix metro area. So guys, you hear from Whitney that Maggie's Place is not an overnight fly-by-night. And thanks to the executive director and his wife, we have become familiar with Maggie's Place. And we want you guys to really come out and donate and support the efforts that Maggie's Place is doing for the community. So how else can we volunteer? Let's just say if, hey, you know what, we come to our anniversary event and we give, we donate, but we say, you know what, we really love the mission of Maggie's Place. What else can we do to help?
So there's a lot. It takes a village, and we love our volunteers. Unfortunately, our homes never closed during COVID, but they were closed to volunteers. And so we've been really re-engaging. I have some volunteers for 16 years. I've been going to Elizabeth House in Tempe. So you can volunteer as a group, either at our Family Success Center or at our Maggie's thrift store. Say you've got some companies offer volunteer time off, paid volunteer hours, and get a group out there and rally together and support the cause. I have lots of individual volunteers who support us in our homes. They help with childcare on Monday nights so mom can go to community night. I also have volunteers who maybe they've got a skill or profession that they'd like to share with our moms. And so we ask them to come and speak at community night. And sometimes it could be on achieving your GED or navigating the housing market or community legal type matters. And so we're open to any and all. And the only thing we don't provide is we don't do court ordered volunteer service. We're just not equipped for that.
Gotcha. So I'm speaking to you contractors out there. Maggie's Place have plumbing issues, HVAC issues.
It's always plumbing.
Anything like that. Come out and support. Yep.
And we're putting a new roof on a house today. Yes. And thank you for saying that, because that's sweat equity.
Exactly.
You've got the in somewhere that we need, new doors or new paint. And we have some volunteers who just come up and help with landscaping and things like that. So thank you for mentioning that, because it is a normal home. We're not clinical. It's not like stifled. It's a home. And so things happen. And so to have someone's phone we can call, but it's always plumbing.
We're here for you. We got all our business associates. It's all pest control. We got all air conditioner. We got all that. So tell me, I don't know, what's like one of your most memorable success stories? You have like anything?
Oh my gosh.
I'm sure you got a lot.
I want to say the way we talk about our moms at Maggie's Place, we talk about resiliency. We talk about leaning into the opportunity that they're given. And we're pretty protective of our moms. And so we don't share a lot of names and things like that. But I have a mom who is on our staff full time. And she lived in one of our homes for about 15 months. And her daughter is now 6 years old. And she is on our staff and supporting moms coming into the program. You know, it's just a beautiful thing to know that 6 years ago, someone is homeless and pregnant and showing up at Maggie's Place. She works with us full time. Our daughter's thriving and healthy. And now she gets to advise the moms coming in and really give like, this is what you're really getting into and take advantage. And so stories like that, moms who go on to have additional children and healthy relationships, moms that go on. I have one mom who is buying her first home out in Mesa. You know, she has multiple children. She has a great job, and now she's purchasing her first home. So our moms have the same dreams that any of us do. Yeah. And so being able to prop them up and lift them up at a time when they can't, and then watching them go take over the world, it's a beautiful thing.
And that's a true evidence of success when you have the alumni. Definitely the true evidence of success. So what we're going to do right now, real quick, I want to jump in here, take a brief break, hear a word from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll finish talking with Whitney, and that way we can share how you guys can truly help at our anniversary. So we'll be right back.
Are your real estate dreams on hold? With work, kids, everything else going on, time is limited. Most days you feel like the world's on your shoulders. You might even say to yourself, if I just had someone to lean on and push me in the right direction, I know things would happen quicker. Well, then you need to check out the Deal Finders Club, a community of investors eager to close more deals, sign more contracts, and just get ahead in life. The DFC provides weekly coaching, thriving online community, and all the education you need to be confident. DFC is your fastest path to closing more deals. To learn more, head over to azdfc.com. That's azdfc.com.
All right, guys, we are back with Whitney. And again, we're talking about Maggie's Place. And with the holidays coming up, we definitely want to be a support. And tell us, what is a normal holiday? What does the holidays look like around Maggie's Place? Because I can imagine, you know, just the love and the warmth that's going on around the place with the staff, with the parents, with the kids. Kind of take us into that world.
Sure. So we are rolling into holiday season. We had a great big back to school event. That was our last kind of big event. We ran out of skating rink and had a couple hundred people there falling.
Wow. Great.
And our next big event is actually this Saturday. We're having a Halloween carnival. Like I mentioned, those alumni families, they all come out, participate in crafts and to choose their Halloween costume for the year and lots of candy. And then we go into our more gratitude season, and Maggie's Place receives about 65% of our giving in October, November, December.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful community of support, whether it's individuals, organizations who host drives and things, and then those who volunteer. But we are very busy. We have a huge fall festival around Thanksgiving time where we come together again around a meal and celebrate together, and we distribute grocery store gift cards to all of our alumni families. And we used to do the big turkey and all the food boxes, and it's just a lot to lug around if you're riding public transportation. So now we are generous, and we get a grant funder. It's the money to hand out to gift cards. All of the homes celebrate Thanksgiving and have a big celebration. Those AmeriCorps members we serve do not go home for the holidays. They're there. And it really is like a family, just like any traditional family celebration of Thanksgiving. And then we roll into the Christmas holiday in December. And on December 3rd, we have a huge Christmas party over at our Family Success Center. Santa Claus rolls in on a Harley with about 20 different Harley guys. And there's photos with Santa, crafts, and just true engagement. There's no presents at that one. We save the presents for a very special event we do for our moms on December 10th. So our moms come with no kids in tow, and they're able to shop individually for their children and get the gifts that they'd like to give them. I have a great company who is sponsoring our gift wrap station, so they'll get their wrapping paper and tape and their Sharpie marker, and they leave that event with hand-picked items that they've chosen for their kids.
Okay. Wow. Do you guys do anything with Toys for Tots at all?
We don't, not directly. What's wonderful about Maricopa County and, you know, our sandbox that we play in is we are all pretty generous with each other. Good. So we get great calls from other agencies. We've got extra this and you need this. So here we have this. So we're lucky that everybody, you know, it takes a village, like they said.
Right. truly a collaborative effort.
Mhm.
So, and with that being said, the holidays are coming up. AZREIA want to do something specifically for Maggie's Place. So, Mike, as the executive director, I'll lean to you on that. That way you can explain how.
You can have all the information, Marcus? You know,
I do,
memorize?
but we want to hear from you.
Yeah, so every year for the last 20 years, AZREIA has always donated at their anniversary to a charity. So this year it's going to be Maggie's Place, right? So that's why we're here. So November 14th, Monday night, I think doors open. We start at 5:45. We're going to open them at 5. We're probably going to have some food and everything. So keep an eye out on the emails. So you guys can network early, bring in your donations, and get your raffle tickets. So it kicks off, doors open 5 o'clock, start the show at 5:45. So the main thing here with what we're doing is all our business associates, which are, our title companies, property management, real estate companies, contractors, they're all going to donate prizes. So we're going to be giving away everything from Fogo de Chao, hot air balloon experience, Suns tickets, TVs, laptops, you name it. So we probably have like almost 15, 20 prizes that everyone gets a chance to win. But the way you get to win is with raffle tickets. And every time you bring in a donation, each donation that you bring in has a certain amount of tickets allotted to that. So check out your email and all the information will be there. So we need things like, we're having a specific list, right? So Whitney, if they bring things outside of the list, I'm sure just because if you want to bring something you think is helpful, I'm sure it's a good idea, but there's probably some stuff you can't take.
Right.
So what are some things like maybe just to keep people aware, don't bring this?
So we prefer new items, and so we don't want half-used bottles of shampoo and those types of things.
Yeah.
We also, unfortunately, do not accept baby equipment, like for liability reasons. We don't accept like bouncers or high chairs and those types of things. There are agencies out there that do, but we do not. Otherwise, we will accept it, and if we accept it, if we can't find a home for it, we'll find another agency.
Okay, perfect. So what kind of some of the things we're going to list is a baby lotion and wipes, baby bottles, brushes, diapers, diaper bags, baby formula, and breast pumps. That's what we're putting on our list for our members to bring. Like I said, you'll get an email. It will be on social media, so you'll have that list available. So we love for you to help us out.
So I'm calling out all AZREIA members. Go to Walmart, go to Target. Let's bum rush the shelves and get a lot of things for Maggie's Place, not just so you can win a gift, but so you can be a benefit to Maggie's Place and the moms that's in the community. So Whitney, man, before we sign off, before we let you go, how can we find you? How can we be more of help to you and Maggie's Place? Because I know on your website at maggiesplace.org, you guys have a wish list, volunteer list, everything like that. So how else can we find you and engage with Maggie's Place?
So like you said, head to our website, maggiesplace.org, and check us out. Give me a personal phone call. And obviously, if you're interested in volunteering, we'd love to get your group or your group of friends out there to volunteer. Definitely find us on Facebook and Instagram at Maggie's Place, at Maggie's Place. We're there sharing all the cute photos of the babies, but also of our big kids, right? Because a lot of people associate us with babies, and our babies are the cutest, but babies grow. And so part of the message we try and share with the community is that when babies grow, their needs don't stop. And so that's why you'll see so many of our events and things catered towards larger children too. That Family Success Center over there, we're never moving. It's got a kick-ass playground. It's got a splash pad. It's really built for families to come and enjoy. So yeah, connect with us. And if I can ask anything, I would say, talk about Maggie's Place with someone in your circle of influence.
There you go.
Great message.
Thank you so much, Whitney. We appreciate being engaged with you all. We want to make sure that we have a collaborative effort. So I'm calling all members. Make sure you're there November 14th. Monday night at our monthly meeting. Bring tons of things from Maggie's Place. Let's overwhelm them. Let's shower them with a lot of love from our AZREIA members. And you heard it from me. You heard it from Mike. We put the charge on you guys to come out and truly support. So thank you again, Whitney. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you.
AZREIA Show, signing off. Thank you, guys, and have a wonderful day.
Thanks for listening to the AZREIA Show with your hosts, Marcus Maloney and Mike Delprete. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you found this information valuable, head over to AZREIA.org and learn more about our community.